This meeting will come to order. Madam Reporter, call the roll, please.
Alderwoman Venable.
Yes.
Alderwoman Madison.
Here.
Vice Mayor Key.
Here.
Alderwoman Moretz.
Here.
Alderman Adams.
Thank you, Madam Recorder. Fellow citizens and guests, will you stand with me for prayer and the Pledge of Allegiance? Heavenly Father, thank you for this day. Thank you for allowing us all to be here today. Thank you for this new year you've granted us. 365 opportunities we have. Lord, we ask today only that you join us, you be with us, and you touch us, and you grant us the mind of servitude we should have to represent our fellow citizens. All this I ask in the precious name of Jesus. Amen.
Amen.
Chief Depew, would you please lead us in a pledge?
Attention, salute, pledge. I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you, Chief. You may be seated. When I find my seat. All right. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be a wonderful meeting. First of all, I'd like to recognize any distinguished visitors. All of you are distinguished, so you're recognized. How about that? Next thing on the agenda is something the board and I take great pleasure in doing, and that's recognizing excellence. We stand in recess. Chief Pugh, if you'll join me along with your officers at the podium. And before we get started, Chief Pugh, would you mind to just generally surmise to the public the reason we're gathering here today to talk about this, recognize these officers?
Yeah, the reason we're here today, these two guys here, you know, when they go out every day to do their job, they never know what they're called to do or what they're going to be asked to do or what they're willing to do. But they were, a call they went on, it was a structure fire, a chimney fire had started. And these guys, you know, they're police officers, they're not firefighters, but we are equipped, thanks to the city, to have things we need in their cruisers, we got fire extinguishers and stuff. So these guys get there on the scene, and instead of just radioing, getting help, seeing what needs to be done, trying to get people there, they jump into action and try to save the property. And on that day, that's what they both did. And if they hadn't acted as quick as they did, and with the knowledge of the fire that they had, it would have been probably a loss. So I couldn't be more proud of these guys. Right? All these guys that work here, I'm super, super proud of. But a lot of times these people stand up and they do certain things we want to recognize that. So guys, I couldn't be more proud of you guys. So
If you would mind hold this first one. I now recite to you the letter of commendation from me, our board, and Chief Depew to these officers. To Sergeant Shane Watson and Detective Tyler Johnson. This letter of commendation honors your heroism and above-reproach actions on December 24th, 2022, as an officer and leader assigned to the Bluff City Police Department. To wit, that you placed yourself in personal danger to extinguish a mobile home fire at 635 Dondroke Road prior to the fire department's arrival, hence saving the structure and potentially the resident's life. You performed this selfless act without hesitation or thought of your own safety. All concerned, including every citizen of our town, owe you a debt of gratitude and salute you. Chief Depew and I will proudly place this letter in your personnel file immediately. I personally thank you for your service and heroism and for making our entire community a better place. Tyler? Chief, thank you so much. Okay, picture opportunity. While we're in recess, please, by all means. Awesome.
It's so sweet. Yeah, it's adorable.
Let me squeeze by you. This meeting is back in session. First item on the agenda is the discussion of action of the meeting minutes for December 6, 2022. Members of the board, you did receive those packets. Please affirm.
Yes. The only thing I don't understand, Mayor, is
Yes, ma'am.
the November 1st minute, which it failed.
Yes, ma'am. We're still waiting on the additions and corrections.
Okay.
Those minutes did fail.
Right.
I did not bring them to this agenda
Okay.
because I've not received any additions or
Okay.
corrections to those.
So all we're voting on is...
Just December 6th.
Okay, just want to make sure.
That's it. Just December 6th. In reviewing those minutes, are there any additions or corrections? Hearing none, is there a motion?
I make a motion.
Motion to approve by Vice Mayor Keith.
I second it.
Second by Alderwoman Madison. Is there any further discussion? Madam Reporter, take a vote.
Alderwoman Venable,
Yes.
Alderwoman Madison,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Key,
Yes.
Alderwoman Moretz,
Yes.
Thank you. Motion to approve passes unanimously. At this time, as a point of personal pleasure and public comments, I would like to bring to the podium Chairman Randy Bechter of Mattern and Craig and allow him to brief the board and the public on the current status of our projects.
Thank you, Mayor. Mayor, members of council, I appreciate you moving me up in the agenda as my son has a 7:30 basketball game. So try to get out of here. Not a whole lot to update since last month. The three projects that are under construction, the Main Street Water Line project, the line's about 90% complete. Well, the project is they're currently tying the services over from the old line to the new, and then there'll be some restoration and the abandonment of the old line, and that project will be wrapping up. The garage pump station force main project, the force main is about 90% complete, and they're kind of in a holding pattern right now, waiting on some equipment, pumps and materials to show up for the pump station itself. The Railroad Street sewer is getting ready to begin. They're currently trying to schedule. They've got to get some flagmen here from the railroad to flag while they're working within the right of way. And they're trying to get that scheduled, but they anticipate that construction for that whole line won't take but a couple days. So that should wrap up relatively quickly. Any questions on the projects that are currently under construction? Okay.
No, sir.
I did send this late to the mayor. I sent it today, and I think he stuck it in your packet. Really nothing to change on the rest of it. You can kind of take a look at it there, and if you have any questions, just feel free to contact me.
So everything is just moving smoothly then?
Everything's moving smooth right now.
That sounds great.
Thank you all.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you all.
All right. At this time, we'll continue our public comments section. Would anyone in the audience or any member of the public like to approach the podium and make any public comment? Hearing and seeing none, we'll move forward with the next item on the agenda, discussion and action of the purchase of approximately $6,000 of tactical equipment from the police drug fund. Chief Pugh, would you mind to approach the podium and brief the board on what we intend to do with the $6,000?
Okay. As you've probably seen on the news the other day, we had a situation where we had to enter a home. It was a no other option. So you're sitting there and you see, you assess, you're seeing what you got, and you make a decision, you go in. There's equipment we need, we don't have. We are doing more now than we've ever done. we're starting sending people to specialized training to where our city offers. It's a SRT team, like a little SWAT team, where if we have a warrant, like if the DTF in our jurisdiction has a warrant, we can act on that with our team. If we have a barricaded subject, or we have a subject or something of that sort, we can, with the proper training and proper equipment, based on the circumstances of it, we can handle it ourselves instead of reaching out to other people. And the thing is, when you're making a phone call and you're getting people here, when I can have people here on the ground like that to take care of our people, that's what I feel we need to do. But as far as sending people into a situation that I think is something we have to do, that we're required to do, we should make sure they've got everything to keep them safe and provide a better service for our citizens. So what we would be doing, and met with the mayor, give him a packet. We've been over the equipment.
Yes.
It's all good stuff. It's all needed stuff. It's helmets. It's certain things, any equipment we would need, but that's what this will be going for.
Thank you, Chief. And if I might add, just to elaborate on Chief and I's meeting, thank you, Detective Smith, for enabling us to continue to enjoy deposits into the drug.
Yeah.
We do have a couple of pending deposits now. The balance will be fine to make this purchase. And remember, this is money that comes into our police drug fund.
Yeah.
Has nothing to do with the citizens, no rates, no general fund, anything like that.
No.
So the only thing Chief's asking is just basically to spend the department's money.
Right.
That's it.
Yeah.
Are there any questions of the Chief?
But appreciate you all for, your help with everything. Just, like I said, when you're asking people to do certain things, we just need to make sure they got the things that they need, and that would take care of them. That would give us what we need. So, all right. Anything
Thank you
else?
very much, Chief.
Thank you.
Really appreciate it. Hearing the Chief's comments, and I think he thoroughly briefed on what we have. We are in possession of those quotes, and I thank the department, specifically Detective Johnson, for amassing those. Is there a motion?
I'll make a motion.
Motion to approve by Alderwoman Venable.
I'll second it.
Second by Alderwoman Moretz. Is there any further discussion? Madam Recorder, take a vote.
Alderwoman Venable,
Yes.
Alderwoman Madison.
Yes.
Vice Mayor Key.
Yes.
Alderwoman Moretz.
Yes.
Thank you. Motion passes unanimously.
Thank you, Gordon.
Next item on the agenda is payment of TDOT preliminary engineering fee of $5,460 for the State Route 44/State Route 390 multimodal project. I put the first letter of that in your packet, members of the board. Basically, as we have previously discussed in the workshop, this is our 5% match to a TDOT, completely TDOT funded project. They fund 95%, we fund 5%. That's it. This phase actually is what you call the NEPA and briefing phase. And the whole phase, and this is basically drawing it all up and making the assessments. So the cost of that whole phase to TDOT is $109,200. We only have to pay $5,640 of that money to make this project move forward. And that's pretty much what it is.
Okay.
So is there any questions of me? And this, as you know, back in 2021, this project was approved by the board, so it's not anything pending.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So-
You had voted and you broke the tie on that one, wasn't it? When it was approved.
No, actually, this was while Mayor Wells was still with us.
Oh, way back then. I'm
Back
talking
in
about last week.
2021,
Okay.
the board approved this project.
Right, a long time ago.
And,
we had to come back, though, with this. talking
Right,
about it.
to
Okay.
pick an engineering firm.
Exactly.
But as you know, in our last couple of discussions, Marin and Craig is no longer involved in this project.
Right.
TDOT's going to do the whole thing. They're going to provide the engineers, every single thing. And all we have to do, there's basically 3 phases to the project, which we're beginning now. The pre-NEPA and the pre-design phase is what we're in now, spring of 2023.
Right.
And we would have to pay our 5%. which is $5,640. Next summer will be the right-of-way phase, and then we will make another small payment to match TDOT's funding. Very small
Very
payment.
small percentage.
Yeah, that phase is going to be $40,000, estimate now, $43,680. So you can see we'll make a very small payment of 5% then on the whole. And then the last one, the construction phase, which will be upon completion, will be in the summer of 2025. And that's when we'll match 5% of $709,085.78 at this point. So all I'm asking the board to do today is to authorize us to pay TDOT $5,640 to make the project move forward. Is there any other questions of me?
No.
Hearing none, is there a motion?
I make a motion.
Motion to approve by Alderwoman Venable,
I second it.
second by Alderwoman Madison. Is there any further discussion? Madam Recorder, take
Can
a
I ask
vote.
you one question?
As you were, Madam
Okay.
Recorder.
Are they going to start? They're going to continue to start on this right now, right? It's
Yeah,
moving
the
forward as soon as
drawing
this-
and the
okay.
engineering work and all the stuff that comes out of Nashville,
Right.
pretty much.
All right.
Yeah.
Because we've had so many holdups, you know that.
Oh, yeah.
In the past.
Right,
And
but
I
we're
don't want to fall
moving now.
back into that.
We're moving now. And like I say, we will pay the 56
Right.
upon your approval.
Right.
We will pay the payment of $5,640, and then, like I say, the principal engineering staff that's working this project will start drawing,
Okay.
basically.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure. Okay.
All right. So we have a motion and a second, Madam Recorder. Please take vote.
Alderwoman Venable,
Yes.
Alderwoman Madison,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Keith,
Yes.
Alderwoman Moretz.
Yes.
Thank you. Motion passes unanimously. Next item on the agenda is discussion and action for annual nonprofit resolutions. Ladies and gentlemen of the board, I apologize to you personally. As you can see, I've spread the resolutions along your desk. We have already discussed this in budget workshops, in budget approval and appropriations, so I did not include this thick book in your packet. If that offends you, I'm sorry. I didn't think you needed it till tonight. So, spread before you are those 13 resolutions. Mr. Fry, do you choose to take these one at a time, or do you choose
We can vote
by
on
exception?
all of them at once, and I'll announce what each one is.
Very good, sir.
Bluff City Volunteer, and they're all for operating expenses. Bluff City Volunteer Fire Department, $5,000. Piney Flats Volunteer Fire Department, $2,000. Bluff City Senior Citizens, $1,000. Second Harvest Food Bank, $500. Friends of the Thomas Memorial Library, $1,000. Bluff City Community Aid, $1,500. Scenes from the Bluff Heritage Museum, $3,000. Children's Advocacy Center, $500. Bluff City Rescue Squad, $1,000. Boone Lake Association, $500. Keep Bristol Beautiful, $500. Bluff City Boys and Girls Club, $500. Over Mountain Victory Trail, $500.
Hearing those resolutions and being familiar with them as you are, is there a motion?
I make a motion.
Motion to approve by Alderwoman Moretz.
I'll second it.
Second by Vice Mayor Keith. Is there any further discussion?
The only thing I want to say is, you know me, I just don't want, I'm all forgiven. Everybody knows that. But I do not want any increases on people's taxes or anything like that. I don't want it to come back to bite us. That's my concern. Or water rates. But I'm all forgiven, but we've got to take care of our people too. The citizens. That's my concern.
Thank you, Vice Mayor. Any further discussion? We have a motion and a second on the floor. Madam Recorder, take a vote, please.
Alderwoman Venable,
Yes.
Alderwoman Madison,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Key,
Yes.
Alderwoman Moran.
Yes.
Motion passes unanimously. Thank you very much. At this time, my report, I was glad to hear from Chairman Beckner. We're really, really pleased, the entire board in town and the staff, on how well RD Phase 3 is going. Now let's brag on some people. From the town manager perspective, mayor perspective, police department, you heard the testimonial yourself. And this is just one story, one, of the many things that they're out there doing on our streets each and every day. Alan Moultrie and his department, during some very cold weather and some trying times, performed expertly. We had no water shortage, as many other municipalities did. You know, the tank level was kept well. Our lead maintenance worker, Gary Holtzclaw, actually served in Alan's stead while he vacated. Alan was on the phone probably 5 or 6 times a day. I was on the phone about 5 or 6 times a day, but he did a great job, as did every member of the Public Works Department. Terry kept the plant running,
Great.
even when we didn't have telemetry. Because there was a little time there where we didn't have accurate telemetry because it froze. It was so cold.
Right. Oh, that was
And
cool.
everything ran wonderful.
Great.
So kudos to every department. And then finance and administration, Sharon's department. We've had some illness go through. Sharon's been struggling with our new local government software and hardware upgrades as we put the stations in place. And they didn't miss a lick. They didn't miss a lick. They were down to one keyboard and one server and one screen
Oh, my.
instead of 5, and no citizen waited.
Great.
I just can't say enough about how well that went. Everybody, on all 22 of the employees, stood up and did the right things for us, and I'm very proud of what they did. Beside that, that completes my report. Board, do you have any specific questions for me during this period? Anything I can elaborate on? Excellent. That completes my report. Next item on the agenda is a report from Mr. Fry, our town attorney.
I don't have a report this evening.
Thank you, sir. Next item on the agenda is our financial report from our CMFO, Ms. Sharon Green.
Fund balances as of November 30th, 2022. General fund, $2,423,674. Sanitation fund, $30,968. Special police fund, $6,079. Debt service fund, $113,190. Sinking fund, $3,094. Water sewer fund, $846,672. Total fund balances is $3,423,677.
Thank you, ma'am. Hearing the fund balances from our CMFO, is there a motion?
I make a motion to approve.
Motion to approve by Vice Mayor Keith.
I second it.
Second by Alderwoman Madison. Is there any further discussion? Madam Recorder, take a vote, please.
Alderwoman Venable,
Yes.
Alderwoman Madison.
Yes.
Vice Mayor Key,
Yes.
Alderwoman Moretz.
Yes.
Motion passes unanimously. Thank you very much. Next item on the agenda is the departmental reports. First up, from Police and Public Safety, Chief Greg Depew, once again.
Well, again.
And Sharon, don't get nervous. I'm not asking for no money this time. Let's start off with, I hope everybody had a Merry Christmas. Hope everybody has a great New Year. And I think last year we went through some times, but I think everybody pulled together, worked hard, and I think the city moved forward in a big way. I think we're fine, doing good. I appreciate all of you. I want to thank you, Mr. Fry, you helping out in the courts like you do, and the help you always give us, sharing you, board members, all you, Mayor, you, and the citizens. So I just appreciate everything you all do, because we couldn't do the things we do if we didn't have your support. So I appreciate it, and thank you. For the month of December, we had 89 calls. We issued 142 citations. We had 36 warnings, patrolled 57, 96 miles, had 9 arrests, 12 offense reports, 3 alarms, 7 accidents, 27 MSD reports, had 4 domestics, had 1 DUI, 4 drug arrests, and had 3 use of force reports. That's about all I have, other than, thanks again for what you did for the approval of the money. And if I could, I want to, on our Watson system we're working on, I want to give you guys an update, and the gentleman who is overseeing that, if he could come up and speak to you just for a minute and maybe answer some questions, just keep you updated, explain where we're at and what we're doing. He's done an amazing job with it, and I applaud him for doing that. But, Sarge, if you'll come up, and he'll give you a briefing on where we're at, then if you have any questions, you can feel free to ask him.
Shane, you have the floor.
Good evening, Mayor Board. To give you a quick status update of where we stand, first of all, pray for me. I've got a lot of stuff coming up that's, I kind of don't even know where to start at. This is all new to everybody in Bluff City. Just to give you a heads up of where this is taking us, we're going right now from every report for pen and paper to actually being able to, if a citizen walks in, wants a copy of a report for anything they've done, even as far back as when this system was put in place, we type their name in, it pops up. It populates so they walk in, get a copy of the report, it's done, and walk right out. It's so easy to find it. We're not digging through paperwork. We're not digging through file cabinets. So it's really putting us up there. It's raising the bar for Bluff City, and it really is. What I'm doing now, as far as training, I go to the end of this month. I have to go to Nashville for NCIC. Once I get that, I come back here. I train all of our officers to how to use this system. We've actually got a demo unit, and I'm putting it through its paces because patience be with me, because if anybody has ever had an Android phone, I know nothing about them. So this operating system, this software that we're getting, always only operates on Android. So it's quirky, but we're figuring it out and putting it through its paces, making sure we get everything the way it's supposed to be. But it's really neat. If any of you guys want to take a look at it sometime, just come see me. I've got this demo unit for about a month. We can show you exactly what we're going to be doing. This is going to make every officer 10 times more efficient. It's going to make it safer, because right now our average traffic stop's about 15 minutes. It takes a long time to write out those Tennessee state citations. This right here narrows that down to like 3 to 5 minutes. So it's much more efficient. We're able to positively ID who we've got in the car, any suspects, check warrants on them, and we're done. We're back in the car and off the side of the road. After we get back with this, everybody will be trained. This is where the prayer comes in. I've got a 42-page audit coming up from the TBI at the end of April. So we have to have all of our stuff done by the end of April. We got that audit coming. It's really extensive. So we'll get that rolling. Once we get that, this system right here will be 100%. So we're really looking forward to it. I'm excited about it. I was kind of dreading it, but now I'm more excited about it. So it's fun. I just hope I can learn this phone.
And you had a full head of hair a month ago.
I did. Well, and if anybody wants to know why it's called Watson, I didn't have anything to do with programming this.
No trademark.
Yeah.
No trademark. I actually had to ask the guy, and I think it's pretty entertaining the way it is. I have to share that with you right quick. Stan, the guy that's a semi-developer for this company that made this software, he's a genius with this. And I sat in with him about 3 days before I finally got the nerve up to ask him. I said, why do you call it Watson? He said, well, it's a Sherlock reference. Every good officer, every good detective has to have a companion. So that's what this is for. I promise I didn't have anything to do with it. So, if you have any questions or want to see this, come see me, and I'll be glad to sit down and show it to you and how it's going to work and how much more efficient it's going to make officers.
Thank you.
One more thing I can say, we got somebody up there with having a birthday today, so
Yes.
Yay! Happy birthday!
Me too. We
I
have
was
to
trying
start
to
doing that.
hide it.
This is the best way to celebrate a birthday.
Isn't it?
Yeah, congratulations. Thank you again, Shane. Your leadership is greatly appreciated.
Thank you.
All right, moving on then. Next department report is Public Works by Supervisor Alan Moultrie. Pardon me.
Happy New Year, you all.
Happy New
Hope
Year.
you all had an awesome Christmas. Happy birthday, Julie. First off, I must second everything that Jeff stated earlier. The guys did an excellent job getting out, doing the work that was necessary. The weather was... It was harsh weather, I must say. I was out in it a couple times, and just for them to be out there working on water leaks in 4-degree temperatures, it takes a lot out of you. So I must give them all the kudos in that respect. As in our water situation during this event, the lowest our water level got to was around the 25-foot range. That's out of 60 feet. We were able to purchase from Bristol Bluff, and we were able to keep our water plant operating throughout the whole event. So that was good, but we didn't leave the whole situation unscathed. We did run into a bunch of issues with frozen meters, but beyond the frozen meters, most of the other issues were on the homeowner side, so we couldn't do too much in that respect. I hate it for them, but it wasn't on us. But other than that, everything has been going well in my department. We have been working hard trying to keep up with the brush and leaf pickup all throughout town. As we start getting more and more weather coming in, we will be doing a lot of snow plowing and salting of the roads. So if you do park along the roadways, I do ask that you kind of get your vehicle further off the roadway to prevent any issues resulting from us blowing salt on the vehicle or anything like that. That is a possibility. Other than that, in the sewer department is operating well. We are almost at the point where there should be going into the next phase into replacing the old pump station and installing a new one. So that is coming up soon. So that will be a big help in our system. Other than that, everything has been going lovely, I must say. I mean, it's been a little rough, but we are making it through, and I just hope everything continues to proceed in the same manner that it's currently the trajectory that we're going at right now. But other than that, that's all I have to report on at this current time. If you all have any questions, feel free to ask me.
No, I was just surprised that we did so well during that cold weather myself.
All
The other places were having problems.
Yeah, I mean, I was looking at the news, and I mean, in the Tri-Cities area in general, there have been issues all throughout town, but we were able to weather it. Not saying that we went unscathed, but we were able to weather this. Hopefully, we don't run into any further weather to this intensity, but all we can do is see what time holds and just hope for the best, but we did an awesome job managing everything through that time. So I will thank the guys for that, because they did an awesome job on that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well,
Thanks, Al.
happy birthday, Julie.
Thank you, sweetheart.
All right. Miss Sharon just had to step out, and regrettably, Miss Sharon is suffering from a terrible cough right now. So we have the door kind of pried there to where she needs to go out and get a drink of water or something. I do have her on the agenda, but I know she has no report today. Right. So we'll move on. I see no commissioners, so we'll move on to your comments. Julie, you're first up.
I just want to ask, is there any way you could get Gary to talk a little louder?
Yeah.
He talks so low. He's
He
so
does
sweet,
talk
but he talks so low. I can hardly understand. But I love him to death. He's a sweetheart. No, that's all. Thank you.
Thank you, Julie, and happy birthday again.
Thank you.
Sandy?
I just want to say, thank God for everyone came out tonight. Y'all doing a great job.
Yep, sure are.
Thank you, Sandy. Vice Mayor?
Just want to thank everybody, and I pray that everybody had a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year's. And I pray that we all can come together and work together as a team and get some things done. And as you know me, I will continue to stand up, speak and speak out for what is right. All I ask people is the same thing. Just don't lie to me,
Yeah.
and we'll be okay.
Thank you, Vice Mayor. Heather?
Just want to thank everyone, and I hope everyone had a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Drive safe and keep warm and very cold. I like to stay inside all the time. It's like freezing. You go outside and get chapped 5 seconds.
Thank you, Heather. At this time, we'll address any old business. Hearing none, at this time, we'll address any new business. Hearing none, with no further business for this evening, I declare this meeting adjourned.